You are listening to the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast with Coach Christine, episode number 37, Laughing Through the Empty Nest Transition with Jenn Musselman. This podcast is for you, a mother who years ago walked away from a career to raise your child. Sure, you've been busy volunteering, carpools, maybe part-time work, and taking care of everyone. But your main gig? That has been your child. Now that they are in their later years of high school, the empty nest looms ahead for you and it is freaking you out. I've been there and I get it. Together, we'll turn our freaking out energy into freaking awesome energy. Hello, my future empty nest friend. Before I get started, I have a request. My team and I are planning on taking some time off over the holiday season, and rather than going completely silent for that time, we thought we would share listener favorite episodes or snippets. That means that we are looking for your submissions for one of two things: something you learned from the podcast that has helped you, or your favorite episode. For both of these, explain what they mean to you and tell us what episode number it is from. You may email your recorded submission with your phone audio recorder or type it out. Send your submissions to podcast@youremptynestcoach.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for your assistance. And as always, a quick reminder that all of my episodes are brought to you by my free 7-day program, The Empty Nest, A Guide to Uncovering My Future. And to be clear, we are talking about your future, not mine. Hop on over to my website, youremptynestcoach.com, and sign up today. Look for the link that says Uncover Your Future. Well, my listener, today is a real treat. I'm lucky enough to know Jenn in my life. She's a certified professional life coach who has a particularly fun niche, however you say that, which is closet coaching. You may be wondering what exactly that is. I'm going to let Jenn tell you herself shortly. She also is the manager of Reveal Salon, one of my absolute most favorite places in the world. And I do not say this lightly, and I don't say it about many things either. In the last few visits to the salon, Jenn and I have checked in with one another on how we are doing in this empty nest journey. With Jenn's youngest starting college, she is in it. And the way she tells it, she might just have you laughing as much as she had me laughing. Look, this empty nest stuff is no joke, or maybe it should be. The emotions we need to go through are no joke, but checking our thoughts about it, as you know, are everything. And what if we choose to make it all funny? I hope my short conversation with Jenn will remind you of this. Welcome to the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast, Jenn.
Thank you so much, and I'm so excited that you asked me to join you.
Hey. I'm thrilled to have you here today. Jenn, thanks for being open and honest enough to share your tough times through your current empty nest transition. I know I keep telling you this, but I do think you need to do some stand-up comedy around this topic. I would love it if for today you would start by telling us a little bit about yourself, your family, and where you are currently on your empty nest journey.
Okay, sure. I have been married for over 26 years. We have two boys, 22 and 18. And both of them right now, one's starting grad school, and my youngest started a summer session up at Penn State. So we are right on the cusp of being complete empty nesters come the fall. It will just be my husband and I. So growing up, or should I say going through this life with entire family of men or boys or children, that's probably where I got my humor, because it was either that or drink heavily. So I decided to, go with the humor to try to get through this, because no one is very serious in my family. A lot of bodily noises and functions and around the dinner table still, even at this age. So that's kind of where I am with this whole empty nest thing. With my youngest son going, it definitely caught me off guard. I thought I was seasoned, send your child off to school, but I still was not prepared for the emotional toll.
Right. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not going to try to make this sound like a therapy session, which is easy since I'm not a therapist. But there are at least 3 stories you've shared with me recently that I believe my listener would enjoy hearing. Are you willing to indulge us?
Oh, absolutely. Let's embarrass me. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you once shared with me about smelling pillows, which actually I have looked, and there's something on this on Psychology Today. Do you know that?
Oh, no.
So you're not alone, but please share.
Okay, so I'm Italian Catholic, so, we are very emotional beings, and we worry a lot, and we're filled with guilt. But when my first son went away to college, I'm not even sure how this started, but I missed him a lot. So every morning and then every evening, I'd go to open his blinds or close his blinds in the room for the day or the night. And then I would end up smelling his pillow in his bed, trying to get some little scent of him. So don't change your kids' sheets. That's my advice. So now I'm doing it in both kids' rooms. So like my husband said, thank God we didn't have 6 or 7 kids, because my morning or night routine would take, like an hour. So it's just, and I feel like I have to do it. Like it now has become a routine, like having my coffee in the morning. So I just smell and I talk to them, have a nice day, good night. So if any of my neighbors are watching, yeah, that's me.
Well, maybe some will be like, hey, I do that too.
Right.
I think that's what we'll find. So what happens if has anyone mistakenly watched them, or do you do all the laundry?
I do all the laundry. So
Okay.
like I'll come home and then, or I'll say, okay, I'm losing your scent. It's time for you to come home because I cannot find your scent on the pillow anymore. So, yeah. So, and then, they'll come home and I wash them and then, so it just, I don't know. It's just in my head. It makes me feel better.
Oh, it's nice though. Well, I'm wondering what's wrong with me that I have not wanted to share.
Yeah. You're not crazy.
So then there was this out-of-body experience that you recently had. You're willing to share this one too?
Okay, why not? My youngest virtually graduated. He went to senior week, and we had about a week before then he was leaving to go to summer session. I don't know, something with that last week, it's kind of like the countdown. Oh, my last Monday, my last Tuesday. That's what I tend to do in my head. He had told me him and his girlfriend were going to go out to breakfast. I went to the grocery store. I came home. He was helping me unload groceries. And all of a sudden I see her vehicle pull up in my driveway. I literally started to hyperventilate because I thought I had more time with him in the morning. And I wear everything on my face, my expressions, everyone can read me. And she looked at me and she's like, oh, I don't have to go out to breakfast with them. And I just started sobbing. And I felt myself like out of my body looking at me going, oh my gosh, you have totally lost it, woman. And it was nothing to do with his girlfriend. I adore her. It was just, I thought I had more time, whatever that meant. And I clearly felt I was outside my body watching myself, just shaking my head going, oh, what has this come down to? Yeah. So, and she's hugging me, the girl, yeah. So I had to apologize and assure her it had nothing to do with her. It was completely me and a little breakdown. So
it is no joke though.
Yes.
Really. Like it's funny that you share this and like the out of body part, but seriously. It just hits.
And I think it just comes out of nowhere. Like I'm going about my day, it's fine. And then all of a sudden. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And then wanting to sleep with your son, but don't worry, my listener, nothing weird here.
Yes, as weird as that sounds. But I think everyone can relate when our kids were younger, like you could cuddle with them, you could smell their hair when they did smell good before they went through puberty. And just that closeness that as they age, they don't really want anymore. So something's with the week before they leave for school. I said to my youngest, would it be okay if I just slept with you? Like not in any sexual way, just cuddled with you. It's okay with dad. Like I got that. And he looked at me like, he's like, you have totally lost it. But I was just like, just cuddle for a couple minutes even. No, I got nothing. Not even
nothing?
2 seconds. Yeah. No.
Not even like a show or a movie?
I got a hug. I got tons of hugs. That's about yeah. Lots of hugs, but not anywhere near the bedroom. So yeah.
That's so great. So this isn't limited to you, from what I understand. There's some things going on with hubby. And do you want to share there?
Sure. I didn't realize as the boys have gotten older, their relationship with my husband obviously has evolved. But my husband's actually digressed in age and is trying to be more like a fraternity brother when the boys come home. So I just realized literally the other day I was doing dishes and somebody came in, one of the boys, and he just totally changes. He reverts to like a college kid, like a 51-year-old trying to act like he's 18. And I was like, I'm like saying in my head, oh my God, I think he is bipolar. Nothing wrong with that, but I think we need to address this. And then I said to him, when they come home, you're totally different than with just you and I. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you're by son. And then when you're with me, you're by me. Like, that's like, he is two totally different people. He can totally relate to them and connect with them on a very immature basis. And then when it's just him and I like have my husband back.
He grows up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a different, so now it's a big joke. Like when they come home, they're like, oh, we're with our best friend, you know, and I'm the third, fourth wheel.
I'm wondering if I do that to my husband.
Yeah, right. Right, yeah, exactly.
I have no doubt.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, honey. Not that you listen, but sorry. So what's interesting is I know your son headed off early for, is it rugby camp before? Or I know
it's like a summer a summer session, yeah.
So, and he was recently home for, was it his graduation party?
Yep, it was like a dual graduation party for both of our kids.
Oh, that's great, because what a big year for you. Oh my goodness.
Right.
So how did things change? Did they change at all? Did you feel differently?
I was so looking forward. Has only been gone 3 weeks, but to me it's felt like 6 months. And I was so looking forward to him coming home and, you know, having this ideal little short weekend together. Yeah. Okay. There was more attitude than my house could contain. My name is now Dude. It's no longer Mom. And everything even more so revolves around him first and then the rest of us. So literally, I cannot believe, I love him with all my heart, but I was like, oh gosh, when is it that you're going back? When is it that you're going back? Because like, I'm definitely one of the pack, and he's, you know, he has his new tribe now. So it's just it's a different dynamic. That my older son did point out that he said, I felt the same way when he first came home.
Did you?
He said his language had changed a bit, and, you know, kind of he had to kind of find his own way, and that I didn't have a bunch of patience for it. So,
But I think it's this huge transition for all of us. So, and every time we come together, we've all changed in different ways.
Right. Absolutely.
So we don't know what to expect. I know in my house, there's a lot of it is language.
Yes, right.
Like the language my daughter uses at school is not remotely acceptable to my husband, like on any. Right. So she's fine. But then every once in a while, like a friend will pop over and she'll revert to that. And like just everyone like trying to figure out where they are in their new place and where we all stand. It's a lot. And
right.
when you think you get it, then like something else has changed.
Right. And just when you think, I guess like I have to stop having any little ideas in my head on how things are going to go, because there's always like something new that, you know, comes up, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, like we are a happy family, but like, yeah, we're all different, trying to survive together.
It's tricky.
Right,
Us humans, like trying to work together, like in any dynamic.
Right, exactly.
It's a lot. And it's a lot more fun to just laugh through it and notice it and find it interesting.
Right, exactly.
But with that attitude, then like, holy heck.
Yeah, I just have to laugh.
I say more, but I'm gonna keep the explicit off my thing. All right. So Jenn, what is one piece of advice you would like to give to future empty nest women, like where you are right now?
I guess my one piece of advice that I have found amazing through this journey is that, and it's just so wonderful that you've created this podcast, because people don't talk about it. We talk about what to expect when you're expecting, or, oh, you know, we do, oh, like you should walk by the time you're 1, or, you know, like potty training and all this. But all of a sudden we get to this spot and no one really talks about it. And even how emotional it is, regardless of what your relationship is with your child, because we're also in a place, we're getting older and even coming to find out, what does this mean to us? We're no longer, a full-time mom knowing every single move that they're making or even responsible for that. So it's just talk about it, find a friend, or be open about, like, I might be open because I make a joke out of it, but it's something I feel like you're walking along the street and it comes around the corner and just hits you, and no one really talks about it. We're very proud of them, but there's also this emotional part of it that we all have to, as women especially, just learn and grow through together. It's okay to cry. It's okay to not cry. It's okay to smell pillows. It's okay to, to not know really what your role is now, in life.
Yes, it is okay. And it's a lot. And yes, talk about it. That's great. Great advice.
It's so like what you're doing is awesome because no one talks about it. And it's just, and sometimes you just feel like you're losing your mind, like you don't know where to put all the emotions.
It's true. And it does. You're right. It hits you at the strangest, moments. Like you think you have all your stuff together and you're like, I've got this. And it's just something dumb. Like you get in the car and you're used to having a conversation with them in the car at a certain time, or the first week I find is traumatic with all these random things because you go home and you think you're going to talk to them about
it. And even talking over the phone or text, we have great communication, but it's just still different. Like I want to see and smell you and touch you, everything. And it's just,
you don't have it inherently anymore.
Right.
So as I mentioned earlier, you are a closet coach, which I love. So my empty nest friend, Jenn, always, and I mean always, looks like she just stepped out of the pages of a fashion magazine. Oh. You do, like 100%. Jenn, if I hired you for closet coaching, what is that? What would it look like?
Okay. It kind of came organically out of me doing life coaching. One of my life coaching clients just liked the way I dressed and asked if I could help her, and then said, you have got to do this. It's just really having you utilize what's in your closet, but making you look and feel your best. Maybe mixing and matching something, or maybe something that you've been kind of hiding behind or holding on to. Oh, if you're not really happy maybe with your midsection, but what you've been wearing is actually drawing attention to that area when you're trying to hide it. So it's just really having you come away with a better sense of your style, not spending a whole bunch of money, because I'm all not into that at all, but utilizing what you have, maybe adding a few key pieces. And then you just, when you feel good about yourself, you look a little bit better, you stand up taller, you hold your head taller. You don't have to be out of a fashion magazine, but just to be the best you in what you have.
It's so valuable. And like at this stage of our life, I think it helps too. I mean, it helps in any stage.
Right. But
right now it's like, there's so much going on with our family that we don't, as moms, we don't think about ourselves anyway.
Right. Exactly.
But especially like clothes. We never, like, it's either your therapy and you have a ton of clothes.
Right.
And they might not work for you, or you just haven't thought about clothes.
Right. Forever.
So long. Yeah. Right. So what a valuable gift you're giving people. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's tons of fun. So
I can imagine you're so good at it. So is there anything else you would like to share with my amazing future empty nest friend?
No, I think that's all. Just be real, just be true to yourself, and be ready for those moments where you can't be ready, but know it's okay if it comes out of nowhere, that you're driving to work and all of a sudden you're crying and you don't know why, or, picking tomatoes or weeds in your garden and something overcomes you. It's, you're normal. You're like the rest of us. So that's really, I guess I just can't stress that enough. And if not, hopefully my stories will make you feel more normal, because, or, you'll look at me like I'm crazy. So it'll put you in a better place.
No, I think there's going to be more people getting it than not getting it. I really do. So before you go, I have 4 questions that I ask every guest of mine. First is waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Excellent. Any reason?
No, I don't know. I no reason. I just like pancakes better. Yeah.
Awesome. And what is one item you can't live without, and why?
Lip gloss. I can't live without it. I am just addicted to lip gloss. I have no idea, but it has been a part of my life. When I was in corporate, I would hide it in my pocket, hide it behind my mouse to try. I don't. There's no reason. Just I have to have lip gloss.
So you do have a stash?
Yes, I have a little bit of a lip gloss. Yeah.
Are you loyal to one, or do you?
No, absolutely not. No, nope. I'll try.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, that's my. Yeah, it's subtle, but yeah.
Excellent. Your all-time favorite movie and any particular reason?
Sound of Music. Everything about it. I feel like I have great memories of watching it with the kids and just singing and, everything, the landscape, the storyline. Yeah.
That's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And you have 1 hour of alone time. No one will bother you. What is your go-to thing to do?
Read. Just read a novel, read fiction.
Excellent. What are you reading now?
Everything is Okay. Can't remember the rest of the title, but
I'll have to look it up. We'll put it in the show notes. Do you like it?
Yes, I really do. Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's very different. Yeah, it's very different.
Oh, fun. Awesome. Okay. So my empty nest friend, don't forget to follow Jenn. I will have her contact information in this episode's full show notes on my website, youremptynestcoach.com. She's on Facebook at jen.closet.coaching. Did I get that right?
You got it.
All right. She's also a life coach, so you can visit her page there too. Does it link over from one?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. But I'll put them both in my show notes so you have them. Jenn, thanks for being brave enough to share your stories and your laughter with us. I am thrilled you joined me today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, hon. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Psst, my empty nest friend, did you hear? I have an online program, The Empty Nest, First Steps Toward Success. I also now offer GPS Reset Weekend Retreats, and I am available for speaking events. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Visit my website or see this episode's full show notes.
Please don't hesitate to fly on over to our Facebook group. Our name is Green Popsicle Sticks. Want to know why? Listen to episode number 17. Or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com/community for links to join our flock. Why should you join our group? Well, the adjustment to not having your kiddos at home full-time isn't always easy, but it sure can be a ton more fun with a flock of friends. We look forward to seeing you there. If you are ready to begin the journey to find future you and use her as your GPS, definitely sign up for my free program, The Empty Nest, A Guide to Uncovering My Future. Episode 13 covers the high-level concepts of that program if you would like to check it out. To dive deep into the concepts, take my free program as I provide videos and worksheets to assist you on your journey. The questions I have for you in this episode are: what is the wildest thought you have had leading up to or going through the empty nest transition? And this is a very important question. My second question, do you think Jenn should do stand-up? Because I think she'd be great. As always, I provide content to make you think, my empty nest friend. My hope is that I am able to provide you with thoughts that positively impact your life. You'll find the show notes for this and every episode on my website. My next episode is my final special guest episode. Michelle will be with us, and we'll be covering some serious topics. But I hope you find her as inspiring as I do. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. It is free, and you'll be notified when I post a new episode every Friday. If my show has helped you in any way, please share it with one other person you think it will help too. You'll be giving them a free gift. Thanks for your time and energy with that, and thanks so much for listening, my empty nest friend. Remember, you are amazing.
Testing.
But I hope you find her as inspiring as you do. As you do? Yes, that is not what I meant. So sorry.